There's a little dot that's above your head.
Oh,
That's
there
a
is some. Is
shadow.
of
Dude,
like
that's
some
No,
Star
no,
oh
no.
Wars thing hanging from a ceiling.
It is
those
the
are
fan.
Legos, bro.
I
Those are
knew it was.
Legos.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
I knew it was connected to the fan. All
No,
right,
it's not.
Did you watch
3,
Andor?
2, 1.
No,
Theme
those
song.
shows suck.
Bum, 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 bum,
This theme
bum.
song.
I don't
This
even
theme
know what
song
it
is a
is.
jam.
I don't even. It's what?
This theme song is a jam.
Oh, I thought you said it's banned. I was like, what?
It might be.
It's not. It's all original.
Oh my head itches.
I'm just like digging through all my stuff and getting it organized now.
You are listening to
music,
episode 83 of The Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony, and I'm joined with Josh and Jeff. And JB got his modem stolen, so he's fighting Time Warner to get it back. Or, no,
Stuck in
Spectrum.
the Shadow
Spectrum.
Realm.
Oh, yeah.
My coworker was just talking about how he was having issues with his fiber optic internet.
Oh, lucky. Those are tight. I wish I had one of those, but I can't afford it.
He doesn't live in the city though. He lives out in like Kenosha or something. Racine, maybe Racine, Kenosha.
Yeah.
Is it Racine or Racine?
I say
I
Racine.
don't care.
Racine.
Racine.
You
It's
got
not one of those I'm
Rackin'.
very picky about.
Racine.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before
Yeah,
we
just
get
is something
into the
offensive.
actual show, if you're looking at our screen on YouTube or any kind of media outlet that shows video, you'll be able to see the various places to find us. But honestly, the best place to get all that information is our link tree. If you want to connect with the cast via the show during the live portion, it's usually at the after show. You can come on Discord, and there's a live callers chat room. You just hang out in there, ping us in there, and then after the show is done, we bring you on for the bonus episode or bonus content. But with all that, did you guys play Magic?
Yes. I went to F&M.
Did you win?
Where like hang on, was I the only one that went to F? You weren't there. JB was there.
I
That's
wanted to
who it
go
was.
so bad, but my
But I went to
little one
F&M.
got sick.
In round 1, I get paired against one. No one else. Can you guys guess who I got paired against?
JB.
That's a good guess, but it was not
Oliver.
JB. It was Ollie. I got paired round 1 against Ollie, and he like shows up to the table and like he's all energetic and happy, and I hope he's listening to this. And he's like my favorite person to run into down at FNM.
Oh, for sure.
And I play him round 1, and he's like, "You're absolutely gonna stop me. I'm playing some garbage. I'm playing a meme deck." That's what it was. That's what he said. I'm playing a meme deck. And I was like, I smiled and I was like, okay, I'm down for this. And like, I did like absolutely run him over in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
But then like games 2 and 3, he like just absolutely dominated me. He's playing this like 4-color nonsense with like Minsk and Boo and Cascade spells and Rhinos.
I haven't seen the Cascade spells, but that sounds random. But Minsk and
like,
Boo
it
is
was
the
just
bee's knees.
4-color nonsense. And it's like, and Leyline Binding. That's what I lost to. Was that card is my absolute nightmare. I hate that card.
Every time you run into that card, I feel like you just auto lose, Josh. You see it, and you're just like, I don't know what to do against this, and none of my cards match up well.
What do I do? What do I do? And then this is where my hot take for the week comes in. That's what, and I also hope Ali's listening. After the match, I'm like, wow, I don't even know what I did. And he's like, I think what you're doing wrong is the stifle. And I was like, you know what, maybe. And that's my hot take, is that stifle's bad now.
Oh no! Can you
Hot
stifle a
take,
Leyline? Can you stifle a
Hottest
Leyline binding?
take. Uh,
Is it ETB or
It's
as it enters?
As it enters, I think.
I'll have to look at
I'm
it.
not sure. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh man.
But yeah, so he dominated me in round 1, and then in round 2, I played another meme deck.
Yeah.
What was that?
Cosmo.
I played game round 2. I won. I played something like I don't remember.
Yeah.
Or no, I played some guy's wife. I presume. Hang on, I'm making presumptions, and I'm sorry if I got it wrong. If you're a listener,
Yeah,
I
you're
played
right.
some guy's wife who like she like knew what, or she was actually pretty knowledgeable for Legacy or whatever, and she like she knew what she was doing, but she said she was on like a new deck or whatever. She wasn't playing the good deck or whatever, and I kind of just like ran her over.
Sure.
And it was a good game and all that, and I had fun or whatever. But like I could tell that she like kind of was displeased with the game. But
Yeah, you probably stifled her, and she's probably like, "Who plays that card anymore?"
I did do that. And then round 2, I play against like 100 card Yorion dice roll tribal.
Yeah.
The stupid undog thing. I
Yeah.
lost to that card. That card's stupid, by the way, because it's like if you get a 6, you roll 2 more dice. Like what?
Yeah. Did they
And
have
he's got
the
the
pixie guide and
fairy
all
out-
that? Yeah. Where they get to
that's
double up
a
the dice and stuff.
roll,
Yeah.
roll dice, and then he's got some enchantment out that deals 5 damage every time, or no, rolls a dice every time I cast a spell. Oh my god, it was obnoxious.
Yeah, that
And,
kind
like-
Sounds like a fun FNM.
it is fun. You went against.
But yeah, I
Unhinged.
lost to that comet dog thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad about it, but I thought it was hilarious.
Well, it's hilarious to an extent. It's as long as it's not bringing like whatever the what is the contraptions? What are they called? Those contraptions were the
There
last
was
time.
no-
Attractions.
There you go, attractions. As long as it's not bringing in the attractions, I think nobody gives a crap because it's like whatever. I'll deal with this variance, and every now and then you get blown out.
Right, there was nothing there was nothing like that in there, but and it was just dice rolling. But like it was just kind of obnoxious to see this dog go off on me.
Did you have that playthrough where they're just like, all right, success, and then it's like
I was
roll
so
2,
mad.
success.
I'm pretty sure like after like the next card I drew was like the Hydra Blast to kill that stupid dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I left and got Oakland Heroes.
I haven't had those in so long.
So good.
I've lived like next door for like the last 4 or 5 years. So
Have
it's
you ever
like the
have you ever
guys-
tried to make
you
your own
people know
tzatziki?
me.
Have you ever tried to make your own tzatziki sauce?
Never comes out the right way.
I know that's what
I
that's where I
have
was
not-
going. Yeah.
Tried,
It-
but for what it's worth, I get the cheeseburger when I go to Oakland Heroes.
What the hell?
I'm not.
Dude,
Burgers ain't bad. I'm not gonna fight it. I gotta say, like, out of all the foods I like, burgers is like this is where I'm comfortable with. But I usually when I go to a restaurant, I just randomize. I go, waiter, pick up my meal. They go, what do you like? I go, I don't know. What do I like? And then they pick it out. And then sometimes you get a plate of tomatoes, and sometimes you get nice stuff.
Right.
Jeff, you get any magic in?
Yeah, sadly.
Starting out that here hot.
Same.
So,
Listen to this, guys. We're loser tribal.
Yeah, not me.
So a
Yeah,
friend of the
I'm boss
cast
over here.
asked if we could try out a standard deck of his. So played some in paper. I beat him 2 out of 3 with mono blue. He's like, all right, I got a feel for it. So we load up a league, and he proceeded to go 0-3 with it.
Yep.
I played 1 round, tried to salvage it. I still lost, so it was 0-4 drop.
Yeah.
It's it's running like the 5-mana Elspeth from Capenna. It's running New Ajani. It's running Fauna
We
Shaman.
built this deck purely because
Elspeth.
because I immediately said that Ajani was terrible, and he was like, "No way, this is."
Well,
my
I
deck.
even combated you on
I'm
that
going to
one.
die on this hill that Ajani is not terrible in this specific deck in this specific instance where it can be good one time.
So I will say this about like the age of at least for standard, the age of homebrew only can exist at the FNM level. If you play online or anywhere else, like arena and all those things are so streamlined. There's just nothing. I just don't understand. Like whatever idea you've had has been tried probably 10,000 times over, and if it's not appearing at any like significant table, that idea is bad, unfortunately. And like the days of like 2012 or 2013, like, oh, I have this sweet brew that, I'm playing Grave Titans while everybody's doing, Sun Titans. That's just not a thing. Yeah.
Too hard to do that when millions of games are played each day.
Yeah. More Magic was played on Arena than all of, I would say, 2000 from 1993 through 2009 in 1 year.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, just more games of Magic have been played.
You didn't even have to go a year. You could probably just go like a month or 2.
Yeah, fair. Like, honest to God, that's
Hot
Just-
take 1 week.
yeah. 1 week of Arena
As
beats
long as
all.
you're not counting like
Like
kitchen
if
table
you-
match.
I am counting Kitchen Table. I agree.
count Sparky matches too.
I will say this, like from an Arena standpoint, I have probably played over because I play best of 3 for everything I do. I don't like.
Same.
Yeah, so I've probably played 250
Arena.
to 300 best of 3 matches, and at my height of like competitive play, aside from like maybe it's probably so like 1 month of arena equals like 1 year to me, like of playing in paper,
Right.
if at my
a
absolute
lot.
like height. So I don't.
Probably agree with that.
I'll
Same.
admit, Arena is why Brazen Borrower is my favorite match.
I think sweet.
That's the last time I played Arena is
Yeah.
when Brazen Borrower was hot.
Yeah.
So Eldraine. And you could play, and Teferi wasn't banned in anything.
Mm-mm.
The card was needed to be banned. I know you liked it, but it needed
Yeah,
to be.
that's what happened is the card got banned and my deck like was all my wild cards were gone. I couldn't like
They got-
build anything.
Oh yeah, for all the
Because
non-
like yeah, they gave me 4 wild cards for my Teferi, but what does that do with like these wishing elf or like wishing fairies and all these blue white lands that I spend all my rare wild cards on? You know, blue white's dead. And that's when I uninstalled Arena. Bullshit. So like I don't even care. It's
Sean Davis.
because I
Yeah.
literally couldn't play what I wanted to play anymore.
That's the one thing. Tyler Adams, thanks for jumping in and listening, and then just hang out and play MTGO, dude. Yeah. So I didn't get any Magic in. I wanted to really bad, but last week my whole family got COVID, so
Oh damn.
we bounced. It was one day.
Stop kissing each other, bro.
It's hard. I love them. No, but we have Supreme genes, so we were able to bounce back in a day. So it
Is
wasn't
that
too
what they
bad.
call that?
Yep, my genes are really good, and also my genetics. But aside from that, I played JB a lot in this made-up format of Yu-Gi-Oh that we've played, and it's fun. It's nostalgic. I like right now the news is like at all-time
at
low.
certain years, this is like Magic 93 only. It's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but it's everything from like everything before IOC, which is like, oh wow, this is fun, and it's because I have like a strong
That's like when
memory.
I played though.
Yeah, that's when everybody
I,
played.
I remember like or JV was at F&M with that pile or whatever. And
Yeah.
he was playing. Who was he playing? It was like Juan or something.
Yeah,
I feel like it was Juan. And then I was explaining what the cards did, and he was like, "How do you know what all these do?" And I was like, "Oh, because this is when I played."
this is when that's like when most people play.
They were trying to like play Exodia onto the field. I was like, "No, don't do that."
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, but Grace Charity Pot Agreed, fun to play. And then my nephew, who just got into Pokemon, like he's 9, he just got into Pokemon, and I went over there. I bought some high-tiered deck online. I went over there, smashed them, and I said, for every prize you take from me, I'll give you a pack. So I just go there with like 20 packs, and they just sit there. I was like, as soon as you take a prize from me, you can have one of these. He hasn't been able to get a prize from me yet, but I will say this: he has texted me like every day, "Can you come over to play Pokemon? I want to win packs." So he's actually like trying to build a deck instead of. So I think not giving him the free win to make him feel good gives him to strive for. Like he's like, man, is asking my brother, his dad, hey, I need to like make my deck better. How can I do that? So, and I'm just like, and my deck is like the top tier #1 deck online, like in the meta right now. It's just like Mewtwo, or sorry, Mew and Genesect. I'm just going over there, and he's just like, I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. 320 to this. I take my 2 prizes because you have a V Max guy, and that's that. He's just he can't figure it out. So hopefully next week will get better.
You said Mew or is it Mewtwo?
It's Mew and then Genesect. Those are the 2. Those are the hot.
What does Mew do?
I don't know. I have to read the cards. It's all in here.
What does Genesect do?
It's
How do you not know what the cards do?
because it's all just like attached energy, big damage. They don't have like there's a stadium that you can play where if you need like a setup or whatever, it's basically a field card. You play it, and then if there's like a V Max or a V card out there, all those things lose their ability, so they're basically just big punching bags, and then you get rid of it when you need to.
The way I played Pokemon, and I would like combat against all the meta decks, is I played the Greninja deck because you could use like Greninja's ability to discard water energies from your hand to deal 40 damage to anything.
Yeah, There's
and
a
you
there's a
just
guy
like
on my bench.
machine gun, and you just machine gun things.
Yeah, there's a guy on my bench that just does 20 damage to things, and all you do is like, oh, you have a basic guy over there with 60 HP. Yeah, I'm gonna just shoot him. I've been
And
trying
you
to.
just draw 7, draw 7, draw 7.
Oh, it's all limited now, but yeah, and they've renamed Professor Oak and all that. Like they're all just like it's called Professor.
Cyrano.
It's all just called like Professor's Research, and it's basically you choose your skin. You can use a Professor Oak, you can use Juniper. They all just discard, draw 7. So, but
There was also Shaman with Drew cards, which was Shaman was like the good card.
yeah, it was
back
Shaman
then.
EX. I think it was like a single green to draw cards.
No, it was just like when it came into play, you draw cards, and then you could
Oh.
bounce it back to your hand.
Yeah.
For like a single white, it bounced back to your hand.
All right, you guys ready for our segments for 2023?
Yeah.
All right, right off the bat, rate the random. Dun 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 dun. Did you guys forget about this one?
Nope.
No, no.
like this bit, dude.
I
It's so bad.
I love it.
This is like worse. This is like worse than the
The casual corner.
5-color minute that died.
All right, here we go.
Wow.
I like
guys.
Jeff versus Jeff.
How quickly can we ruin a format? 5-color minute.
No kidding. All right, rate the random. We haven't hit a random rare yet. Is this guy rare? No, he's a
Oh my
common.
god. This
Finhorn
is why
Brownie.
this is bad.
I love this.
This is why this bit is bad. You
Come
like
on,
just
baby.
picking random
Here we go.
cards.
Hex of Us. This is again some kind of like Triskelion card.
I
6
can't
mana.
see the card. You have to put it in Discord.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It is in Discord.
Yeah, it is in Discord. It's on my screen share.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm looking at the wrong screen.
No,
Oh,
it's not in
God.
Discord. It's
Oh.
on stream.
I
but
know what I
it'll
did
stream
wrong.
up on my
I
second
know what I did
monitor.
wrong. Hold on. Let me fix it. Technical difficulties.
Rip, rip, rip. Yeah, I'll watch the stream because
There you go. You're
no
good.
one watches us.
No, we got people
We
right
don't
now.
have watchers or
Got-
callers.
We got people right now. We had a caller last week. What are you talking about? You're being crazy.
That's right.
All
We
right.
had a guy from Australia. That's amazing.
He was pretty
Thank you.
sweet.
I know, like I'm talking like trash, but I appreciate everyone that listens to us. I really do. It's just hard for me to believe
That's
because
fine.
it's like it's hard to believe when you like achieve something like this, even if it is as small as it is or like as large as it is. It's hard to believe.
It's fun, man. We just build up a community, and we're still building. But the card is Hexavis, which is 6 mana flying. Hexavis edges with 6/1/1 counters. Remove 1 counter from it. Put a flying counter on a target creature. Remove a counter from another creature. Put a 1/1 counter. So basically, you can make things fly.
Probably
Nothing.
good and limited.
It's not. You can't even. The problem is you can't even open it in limited unless you put it in cube.
Wow, we went that deep.
You can't because
That's terrible.
it's a commander only. So
6 mana.
yeah, it's 6 mana, 6/6 flyer. I mean, you'd obviously.
This
Play
card
it.
is easily cuttable.
Well, it's just not. There's
This is
nothing.
like a bad. This is just like a bad Pentavis, right?
Well, Pentavis makes 1/1 flyers. This gives things flying counters.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
this card's bad.
Okay,
Terrible.
it's got to be better than threats undetected, but that's about it.
No.
It's not. You think threats
It's a 6/6 flyer for
for
6.
six? Yeah,
That's not.
that's good.
That's not the worst.
good stats, dude. All right, well, Hexavis, you're on there as the worst. And all right,
What's up with that? We also got every proportions. This like gives +6/+6.
that's
I hope we
+5
get
+5. I
Dreadmaw.
think it's +5 and
They need to
trade
make a rare Dreadmaw.
They're gonna, dude. It's coming. Don't worry. They're gonna make a legendary Dreadmaw where every turn
Dude, they're
and-
100%. They know it's a meme. Like
Yeah.
they know the meme.
the darkest Dreadmaw, dankest Dread, whatever they need to go.
I mean,
all right.
we've gotten the blue Dreadmaw and the black one.
All right. Well,
Even I like Dread. Why I like Dreadmaw so much because he's just the new worm.
he is. This week, there's no news, man. There's nothing really going on. It's a completely dead
Wow.
week.
Glob.
It's weird because like after the next week, we will just consistently be in a constant state of spoiler season. So yeah,
As always.
it's coming. It's coming next Tuesday, baby. But I just want to bring this up. Do you guys remember when Vendilion Click
My
was a
photo.
$40 card?
Is $1.70 at most.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
This is like in my head, Vendilion Click still reigns as like a $15 card, and if I was just
I
trading,
know.
If I was trading, I would have assumed it was a $15 card, just losing it.
Right. Someone could have taken me to my house, buddy.
Yeah, look, you got 4 vanilla
I
clicks.
just
Oh,
show this picture to Jim.
dude, it's hard for me to wrap my head around. But again, they've printed this card a lot. They really have. But
Right.
and
I
also,
also
it's
feel
not
like-
getting played anywhere anymore.
Yeah, a big part of that
Brazen
is like,
Firework killed this
everything
card.
is just like a one card kill or like one card like win condition, and this card used to like break your win condition apart, and now you
Yep.
can't do that because you take a card from their hand, they're just gonna draw another bomb card.
This card is just Brazen Borrower, the OG.
Yeah, the only caveat, this was like niche with like Caracas. If Caracas somehow got into modern,
Dude, Caracas was so good with this card.
it was fun. But now, Jim, do you guys plan on going to the SCG? Jim is asking. I'm not going to the SCG in Indy.
No,
Indy, when is it?
I don't
What
know. I don't-
format is it?
I'm not paying attention to it because
I
know
don't
I'm
have
not gonna be able
Ragavan's.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I play Pioneer, but I don't know if I drive to Indy for it.
nah. Do you guys know? So next week, effectively 9 days from now, Down Area Remaster comes out. I kind of forgot that
Great.
was a thing. It
Same.
has.
I'm still on. Oh wait, Dominaria Remastered. That's why I was like, I'm still on Dominaria. Okay.
It's got the sweet
I'm not
bangers.
playing.
You can open up Force
I
Will,
like
Mystical
my
Remorse.
one collector pack.
Yeah, it's got the amazing cards that you can get into it.
Yeah.
Vamp Tutor, Gamble, World Gorge Dragon, just a whole bunch of cool
Oh,
shit.
that's so bad. I don't want that World Gorgon Dragon.
This
why it looks so good.
a
It does,
board.
but I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah. This
Still
again,
fun.
it's just one of those sets where it's like the collector boosters will feel like awesome, especially when you get the old border foil Forcible, which I think is gonna be like one of the most. It's gotta be the highest desired card, right? Because it's old border.
Right.
Yeah, because all the foil, I believe, except for the Judge promo, all the foil Forcibles come with that stupid sticker on the bottom, and this one, if you can get a foil, won't. So, but yeah, that's on its way. I probably will try to do one sealed for it, but aside from all that,
There's a seal.
somebody will do a pre-list. There was, I guess, a little bit of news. Starting with the newest March of the Machines, is it, or is it new for actually? Is it new
I thought.
for?
Wait, it's
The
new for next year,
Aftermath.
It's what. Either way, they're getting rid of the week delay of the pre-release to playing stuff in modern, and now it's going to be immediate. So, the day of the pre-release, which is usually on a Friday, that whatever store is holding or hosting like a Friday night F&M,
They can do whatever they want.
that you can play those cards that day in your modern. You don't have to wait a week.
Right.
So there's
It's
some.
the stores though.
It's good, but
'Cause that people, you can buy the cards online, but you have to wait in the mail, and they're not going to ship until that day. Unless
Good
some
point.
place, might be able to find the place that will, but like a
well,
lot of people will get
yeah.
it from the store.
yeah, there's. I mean, we have a few stores that will crack like 30 boxes, 40 boxes, and then sell. But I guess that's a good. It's a great way to get them going. But yeah, this show's really uneventful in the sense that we just don't have a. There's not a lot to talk about, and I didn't really want to talk about Modern or Legacy because I'm just waiting for the next things to drop. So, I asked a question.
Hey, how are you this thirsty? Did I mention that I'm like trying to get all the secret layer uncommons from my cube?
Yeah, you did.
It's
I think you mentioned that a couple of weeks last week. You mentioned
On
it
the
as one of
last
your goals.
podcast.
Yeah.
there's that guy that got the beta. What's that dual land called? The red green one,
Taiga?
Taiga, off of JB. What's
Oh
his
yeah,
name?
yeah, I know him. Yeah, he's local at our store.
But I was at F&M, and then like one of his friends was like, "Hey, this secret layer showed up," and like it happens to be like this old one that had the skull clamp in it, the Metal Gear Solid skull clamp.
Oh,
in it.
right, right.
Like, oh, you want to sell that? And then like he was like, "I'll think about it," and then he held off, and I was so upset. But that's my also other story.
Yeah.
I want that skull clamp so bad for the cube. I
It's a-
didn't realize skull clamp isn't in the cube right now.
That
I
might be
have-
one that you might want to like bring in, and then like when people get annoyed of it, take it out because it's the number one pick every time. Like I wouldn't pick a
Yeah,
single
card's
card over it.
gross.
It's the best. It would be the best card in your cube by a lot.
For Silvering?
I would take Skull Clamp over Soul Ring because Soul Ring's amazing when you have vintage power stuff. Soul Ring's okay when everything's uncommon. There's nothing like with Soul Ring. There's no like storm in your cube, right?
There is Crow Storm.
Like you take a skull clamp and you just build white weenie and you can never lose. Like as long as you have skull clamp, because you just draw. You're gonna outdraw the control deck. You're gonna outpace the red deck.
I don't know if like it'll always be white weenie that'll
White
do the deck.
weenie, mono red,
There's
green.
a million token strategies in the cube. There's,
Exactly.
like every single token strategy that you can like, because that's like one of my favorite archetypes, and that's what my cubes built around. Is like everything that makes like multiple tokens in the cube.
So it's gonna be completely degenerate in there. So it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, all right, we've had enough of skull clamp. Let's take it out for a while. And then when we were like, you know what, is skull clamp okay? Yeah, it's probably okay. Throw it back in and go, we did it again, and then take it back out.
There's a lot of removal, but
yeah,
I guess once it hits the field, it's gonna shroud 1 mana or like 3 mana, draw 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I asked a question on Facebook, and I got a pretty wide response from. This was just something I was like, I don't know what to post right now, so I'm just gonna throw this up there. And I think between like all the pages, I was over like 700 comments, and I was like, whoa. So
Damn.
yeah, I didn't expect this, but I just posted up there. And my 2023 goal is I do want to own a piece of power that's not the gold border one on the back.
It's not as cool as you think it is.
It's either buy a Twister or get a Mox. I actually don't care too much for like Lotus or Ancestral. There's just something not like, well, Lotus is like the most special.
Cool way.
Yeah, but like Ancestral and Time Walk don't feel special to me. They like the Moxen does, but not. I don't know why. I just view them differently. Like,
can I tell you something?
You've had a Twister.
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you that buying a piece of power is not going to satisfy you. You have to trade for it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Trading for a piece of power is where the real joy comes.
Well, then you turn your things into just like this
Yep.
mainstay. But that would be my plan.
Then you did it. You got it's Magic the trading card game, dude. You did it. You got the goal.
I'd have to probably trade like 10 to 15 dual lands plus some gas on top of that.
Dude, I traded to get my Lotus. What? I traded like a set. I traded a set of foil cons fetches plus like 25 Misty Rainforests to get that Black Lotus.
That's pretty dope.
That was also one of those fetches were, like, super expensive too.
Yeah, I mean,
they're back up there now, but
they're building their way up. But so, what I did was I pulled a bunch of goals that people said, and they have it's a pretty big range. Like some of them made me laugh, and then some of them were like, oh, this person got into Magic like a month ago. So I'm just gonna click. We'll go through them. First one, finish building my control deck and take it to a tournament. And I did bleep out people's names so nobody's gonna be blasted on here. But yeah, that seems like a pretty simple one. But this is probably a newer player, and this person's never gone to a tournament.
That's a good goal. Like,
yeah.
I understand. Like, for a lot of people, especially just coming out of 3 years of quarantine, like,
yeah,
social interaction is the hardest it's ever been.
Yeah, and there's other people that just talked about they talk about anxiety a little bit later, but that's more. Finish my Kirdape global playset.
That guy's got like a Reddit post.
No, yeah, he's what is global playset?
So one of every language of every art. It's pretty cool. Like he sent
awesome.
He sent me a YouTube video, and I was like, oh man, this is pretty dope. He's like
and
he's
a top fan. I have to find this guy's Reddit account now.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. But the one he's missing, I believe, is like Summer. And that's gonna cost a pretty penny.
Good luck. Sorry.
He'll get it. It's just you're gonna have to shell out.
He will. But that is like, wow. How do you even find the person with the Summer Kirdape?
There's only like you have to know a guy. You know what I'm saying? But
you have to like go to like Gen Con and talk to every single person, and then like get that guy's number, and because he's not gonna bring his Summer Kirdape to Gen Con.
No. So this guy said he wants to be a tournament organizer, but not burn out like he did last year, and he needs to pace himself and not try to do so much at once. So I talked to him a little bit about it. We went back and forth, and basically what he said is like he was so eager to do, like run tournaments that he ended up like putting too much of his own money into it and then not getting anything back out. And he's like, once he realized like, oh, this isn't enjoyable when I'm overpaying my costs. It doesn't feel good. But
that's what I think it is.
It's nobody we know.
Oh
yeah, I'm telling you, it's nobody we know.
Wow, that's like I know. I feel like there was a relatable.
Yeah.
I feel
No, there was someone that was,
situation.
I know who you're talking about.
Right.
This guy wants to own the Kaladesh masterpieces of Gauntlet Power, Scroll Rack, Hangerback, Walker, and Champion's Helm. Those things are going to get harder
Those
and
are cool.
harder to get
Right.
obtainable.
The
Those are
longer you
basically
wait,
like
yeah.
reserve
OG
list things.
number,
Yeah. Good luck.
OG numbered cards.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's obviously more. They just keep going. 5-0, a homebrew in a modern league. This guy said the closest he's gotten is to a 3-2. I've only done this like
It's got to
twice.
be Antonio.
No,
Done
it's
that.
not. I've only done it one time. I've gotten a bunch of 4-1s, but 5-0 is actually like difficult, especially when you're not just playing the deck. But
What was I did it with some like Cascade deck and Muldrifter and Legacy. Well, I guess it was a Legacy league, not a modern league.
Yeah.
It was a Legacy league, not a modern league.
I've only done it with that barely teamer deck that I love.
That deck is good.
This guy's a
And it was also I was also playing Frost Titan in that deck too. And I won it. Like, Legacy, dude, it felt so good.
I mean, it's one of those things like when you just drop this card and people go like, I have bolts in my deck and I don't know how to interact with this. You're like, yeah, well, you're
I
gonna
did
lose.
for this Frost Titan.
The original Ward 2.
Right.
This one is try to find a reasonable way to avoid FOMO and properly engage with the fire hose of product releases. So essentially, not feel the need to have to buy every product, this is the year that broke me. I just said, you know what, I'm not trying to buy every secret layer because I think the year before that I bought every single secret layer, and in the end I just end up with a bunch of secret layer boxes that I have no interest in, that just sit there. So I feel,
Some advice for that. I always heard like you should have 3 hobbies. One hobby that you spend your money on, one hobby that you enjoy, and one hobby that you make money with.
yeah. So I guess like MTG could be the make the money one, but back in the day when like product
How I
releases were,
used to do it was make money off Magic.
yeah, back when
not spend it.
the product releases were a lot shorter, or sorry, not shorter, like 6 to 8 things per year. It was kind of reasonable when it's like 80 secret layers plus 10 different boxes plus commander products. It's like you end up spending like too much money. You're like, this isn't worth it. Plus the average like mythic rare and rare, like bulk rare value has gone down so much. Like a bulk rare is like 5 cents at best.
So it's like it's hard to like you can't even buying a box nowadays is like rarely profitable.
It just isn't. You
Rarely.
you're doing that with like the Pokemon does, where you're just buying packs to hopefully get that one of a kind like masterpiece or whatever. Then when you hit, you're like, oh, this feels good.
That's why like it took me a while to realize that because when I would go and buy my pack, I would still buy draft packs or whatever, and I would
Mhm.
get disappointed every time.
Mm-hmm.
But except Strixhaven packs were the greatest thing that ever happened.
Those things rule. Like that's where the
Dude.
idea of the they should always do like the old border slot or the archive slot. What are they gonna do? It makes packs fun.
The Strixhaven packs were the greatest thing on the planet. For real, dude. Like Jeff knows.
You've
Maybe
opened
like
like
the
what, like
dumb
5
stuff.
demonic tutors.
I opened so many demonic. I never got the time warp though. I wanted the time warp so bad.
Yeah.
Where was I going?
How you feel bad
I
about
filled up
packs?
how I would buy draft packs, but now I've learned to just buy the collector pack.
Yeah.
Like it's like rather than spend like $5 here and there, just like get the one collector pack because you'll have a better time.
Yeah. For whatever reason, like I don't mind the draft pack, but the set booster, I always feel ripped off. I don't know why.
I like set boosters.
I always just feel ripped off. Well, I
Right,
usually
same.
every set I buy 2 collector boosters and a set booster. And the when I buy the set booster, the intention of that is to get the commons and uncommons. Whereas the reality is, I should just buy a
Right.
draft booster.
Right, because you don't get the commons and commons you want. It's like all seeded and stuff, and it's like you'll get a pack that's
Because
like literally
they're
all
also
blue
getting
cards.
eaten
Like, what
up
am I
by
supposed to do with
rares.
this?
Yeah, they are. So I always end up like, now I have to go buy like 2 of this uncommon online. I'm like, oh, it just annoys me to no end. And with Expressive Iteration, I remember I bought like 2 set boosters of Strixhaven, and I ended up with like 3 between those 2 boxes. I was like, you know what? I should have just bought draft boosters, and I would have had probably 7. But
I didn't. My Strixhaven box did not have an expressive iteration. My draft box did not have one.
Oh, that would have been. They must be doing
I
that
was
on purpose.
extremely mad. Like I was like during like that modern season, I was like asking around everyone on the planet for their expressive iterations because I could not find them.
Yeah. All right. This
That was like
person.
way before this podcast, or was that during this podcast?
I think it was before. This is when we were all starting
That-
this
might have
podcast
been, like,
started
right at the
after we
start.
went to a legacy tournament, which I remember playing Sedgemoor, which was in Strixhaven, and we talked about it at the legacy for I forget what it was for, but either way, it was like at that tail end of like whatever. We all were like,
It
we
was
should just
like-
we should all just do a
like
podcast. Yeah.
Right.
Month, or like a couple weeks.
so glad we
before
did that,
Modern
and we got
Horizons
here.
2 started.
Yeah. No, seriously, it was like we just were like we should just do a podcast, and we just were like talking. I was like, then one day we were like, let's just do it, and then we did it. But boom. Oh, whoops, I skipped that one. I want to own a Mana Crypt. Hope Watsy would replace Soul Ring with Mana Crypt in every precon.
My
Be okay with
gosh,
that.
I think Watchi should do that for real. Like right now, because everyone's got all the soul rings they
Dude,
need.
I will
We
say
don't
this: the sheer amount of people that said I just want to own a Mana Crypt in like their goals for 2023 was eye opening. It was probably 30 or 40
I could
comments.
be one of those people. I
No.
could be one of those.
I checked. You weren't. You might have said it,
No, but
uh,
I could be. But here's my problem: is like I'll buy a Mana Crypt and I'll be happy with it for like a month, and I'll play it in a couple games, and it'll be great. And then I'll be like, oh, I need $200. I don't need this Mana Crypt.
exactly. But like, I think everybody wants it in their EDH at this point, and that's kind of we've talked about this already. Where it's like CDH is kind of the norm. Like that's just what it is.
It is. I say, hang on. I said that a while ago.
Yeah, you're
that,
right.
like,
You're right. But
you can't like everyone when you're talking about EDH now. Like when you're talking about EDH nowadays, it's almost always consumed CEDH because no one wants to admit that their deck can lose.
yeah. Well, and also like if you were to go through all these, just go through the Facebook, Josh. A lot of people were just like, I want to upgrade my deck into a CDH. There's so many people's like, I just need to upgrade it. But the reason. The
Upsetting.
upgrade, yeah. Well, it's just it's connected with like I want to own a Mana Crypt. I want to own, a man like all these like high powered cards that you need.
And it all goes back to you have one player at your one player at the table.
Yep.
Makes everyone a CEDH player.
This guy when he posted
Oh, this is amazing.
to make a mono ADH. Let me tell you something. They're not fun.
No, I disagree.
They're the worst.
Oh, mono. It depends on what kind
I
of
think
mono
that
white.
sucks in EDH. I won't play it.
Dude,
It's
mono
like,
white.
hang on, I do want to
was
play
so
that
much
stupid
fun.
dude with my last name though.
The
Oh yeah,
Preston.
you have to. You have no choice.
Right,
That's,
I
yeah.
have to.
But the only one I've found that's like fun has been Light Paws. I like that one because it's cheap, and then you just get a bunch of auras and go, I'm gonna one shot you. I'm gonna one shot you. That's the one I've had like the one I've liked the most is Light
There was
Paws.
this guy that would show up with this Elish Norin EDH deck,
I remember.
and
that.
he would like never like beat the Gitrog, but he would just make it a nightmare.
Well, it's because a lot of your discard spells like.
And all the,
3/2s and
and all the one mana spot removal is what it is.
Yeah, like-
White's like the one color that plays spot removal.
Path.
No other color does.
swords, just because it's like, yeah, get rid of that.
Why not?
Yeah, you're right.
My favorite was still mono white Isumaru. You just play Isumaru turn 1, turn 2, just start equipping.
You should try to
Sometime.
do if you like that one. Like Light Paws has the same effect, except every time you play Aura, you get a 2-turn Aura and make it just absolutely giant. You automatically the first 2 minute Aura you get, you go get Ethereal armor, and then obviously that's +1/+1 for each Aura, and then it's the same as Isumaru. All right. I want to find a group of people to play with and build my Turbo Fog deck. So there are some people
No,
out there that are
Do it.
connected with our cast that don't have a place to play, and that was something that was like. Because I tried commenting on a lot of people, like talking back and forth with them, and they were like, "Yeah, there's not an LGS an hour and a half from me," and they're in the United States. It's like, oh man, that's brutal.
Didn't Ollie talk about
Discord,
like,
man.
renting out- Ollie was talking about renting out halls.
Yeah, that's for
Please.
like a big tournament. People want somewhere to go like on a weekly basis, and then also, people are sick of cam magic. That was like a
Right.
common theme too. They're just like, I just want to play with people, and it's my response was the gathering
I
is the
liked
best part.
that Magic during quarantine. for
Well, it
whatever
was a
reason. I had lot of
necessity.
fun with it. Right, and I had a lot of fun with it. So there's no reason you still can't do it now.
Yeah. Top 8. in one RCQ, and then he just
saw
finished
this
building.
comment.
Yeah, he just finished
I
building
think
his first Pioneer deck. That's cool.
that might be my like. I want to top 8, or I did top 8 one RCQ, but I want
Easy.
Yeah, that doesn't
Go-
count, man.
go to-
Asterisks for sure.
I don't care.
I
You still
read
get
it.
it.
Right, I still get it. Like for what it's worth, back in like, the early 2000s, the early Pro Tour days, people would like book flights across the country to do that.
Yeah, to
Oh,
go.
agreed.
Like, people. I remember people were because we were we
Or like
where we live,
across countries to
Yeah.
do that. They would like
Yeah.
fly to Singapore to play in like a tournament.
or
with, like,
drive up to
60
Canada. There was like a store that like, and they would drive to Canada, and like the only other people that were there to do the PTQ were other people that drove to Canada. So there was like 12 people like sealed PTQ.
Well,
Back-
yeah, because that was a straight invite to the Pro Tour
Right, but
if you won.
it's more or less that there was like no interest in Canada for it. A store got granted it, and then people drove up to it and knew that there was no one else going. It's like so wild. But,
Right.
pull off an infinite combo. Have yet to do it, so it's probably a newer player. If you
Hang
go
on,
back,
what?
Yeah.
That's easy.
why to you, yes, but to imagine the first 3 months that you played Magic, you didn't have any knowledge of like what the card database was and trying to be a home brewer. You know what I mean? Like
It's a easy. Like, hang on, you can do. There's a very easy one. It's called
You can just
Basalt
do-
Monolith. Basalt Monolith.
Yeah.
Just
Does
cast
it
that,
say
cast
otherwise?
that
You-
card.
There's another easy one, World Gorger or Animate Dead.
Right, but this is not intuitive stuff because it's
No, I know. I understand. I'm not saying that
Yeah,
they
I
should have
get
done it already. I'm just giving them ideas for easy
I know.
ones.
I'm also being witty and funny and maybe a bit of a jerk, but
I believe they have Google, but they just you just this is what something I wanted to just say. Like, step back to your first couple months. Where, to be honest, Jeff, you'll like this. My first deck, I played against JB a lot. We played on my carpet, and I played Raging Goblin in Heavy
Hell
Sleeves.
yeah.
And he had something that wasn't that set and beat my head in because that was a little below rate back then. But yeah, the innocence of like actual first playing Magic cards. I remember I had Phantasmal Forces, which is a 4/1 flyer, and I thought that card was the bee's knees. It's so bad. It's a 4-mana
yeah, I
4/1 flyer.
Me and Josh used to go to F&M with like homebrew, like terrible, like
Right.
kitchen
Blow
table.
the
Like,
deck out of the bag of comments.
Yeah.
I had
It
a
was
5-color
just
deck. I had a
Okay.
5-color deck that played all of the mirrors that produced mana, and the goal was to cast Decree of Annihilation.
Yeah.
I had no idea I was gonna win. I just wanted to destroy everything.
Yeah. But like
My f-
it brought me back to the days of like, oh man, I missed like, just here's what I had, here's what I took, and just going, man. But then now anytime I see anything, it's like, this isn't streamlined.
What's the cheapest infinite combo that you can think of?
Um,
There's an infinite combo in
uh,
Standard, is there?
Isocron Scepter with
Dramatic Reversal.
Dramatic Reversal.
that's pretty
Probably the
cheap.
cheapest.
There's definitely ones that cost $1, like for sure. There's bulk out there that does stuff.
One in Standard, was there infinite combo in Standard? I thought there was.
Not now, but
There's, like, a
Splinter Twin
weird-
went through Standard once.
No, I'm talking about there was one.
So
that was
there's-
intermittent just not too long ago.
If you had 2 Fabled and Mirror Breakers, there's like some weird stuff you can do.
Yeah.
But like it's not like guaranteed because it's all based on being able to produce mana too.
Yeah, I'm sure they exist, but like as far as like budget restrictions, there's a lot. There's a ton out there.
Monolith.
Gift of Immortality, Sun Titan, and Sack Outlet. There you go. It's like that's $2 at most.
Right. That's a good one.
Mill someone so bad they quit Magic. Just kidding. Probably top 8 in RCQ, and then I replied, "Why not both at the same time?"
I
Dude,
think
yeah.
we should revisit Mill and Modern.
It's the time to do it.
I've done that.
Made people walk out. I've had
Oh,
people.
hell yeah.
Hang on, with Mill in particular too. I've definitely made people walk out with Mill. I remember this guy. You milled all my answers. No, you did.
Yeah, not me. It was you.
But the card that I've had the most success in getting someone to like, the card I think that I've made someone actually quit Magic with was Teferi, Time Rambler.
Yeah, you've said that before. Where it's just like you play this, and they're just like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Right.
I've had
I've seen
the-
people like straight up walk over and sell their deck after Teferi Time Rambler.
When I was a noob, when we used to play at the store that we all used to go to, and I was new, and I would bring bad home brews, and there was an individual there that played nothing but net decks, and there was also net deck dad. But the guy that played net decks, if you beat him in round 1, he would not be there for rounds 2, 3, 4 ever. And I remember him just getting heated, rolling his eyes, picking up his cards, and walking out of the store. That felt so good. I don't know what about that. It's just like there's no better feeling than just like this means so much to you, and all I want to do is for the rest of the night, if I just beat you one time and lose everything else, I don't care. Like,
I think there's
There's 2 people I can think of that used to do that.
everybody knows who that person is.
Like that.
Yeah.
But I think there's like just a genuine issue with people like winning and losing. I think it's also like a thing in America because like everything in America is based off like winning and all that. Like even in the media right now, there's people that are demanding that the NFL play this game that got canceled because a player got injured or whatever. Or, like, a player almost died on the field. And they like stopped this NFL game, and now there's like talking heads going off and saying
this is important
things.
Yeah.
Like they need to play this game now. Blah 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 blah. And like in the grand scheme of things, it's like it's a game.
Well, it actually has no validity, but the person that could have potentially have been dead due to the continuation of this game touches so many lives, and nobody values that because my red team didn't beat the blue team.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Even
like
though I love football, but yes, that's what it is.
But like the winning isn't like winning at FM or at a game. Like yeah, it feels good and like that is the ultimate goal. But like there's no need for that. It's
No. You're right.
That's not an attitude that you should that's an attitude that's conductive for the game, and that you should want to portray for yourself.
The only people that I care about beating at an FNM level is you guys. I want to know that
I
I just go. I need to know that I beat you, so I can just rub it in your face a little bit.
Right.
And if I lose, I'll never admit it.
Because then you get to come on here and talk smack.
That's the whole reason. Yeah, for sure.
Who was the best player last year, Jeff?
I think he had the top 8 at the Energy Series for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the best in the sense that he actually qualified at something relevant.
Feel the belt.
Yeah, he did. He got it.
I've been so bad at Magic lately. Let me tell you, dude. I don't think I've gone.
JB's technically in the lead this year.
What do you do?
Or no, JB stole it at the end technically because he got second in an RCQ.
I don't think.
Oh, fair. Yep, you're right.
In like 3 months, dude.
Yeah.
Granted, he only had to play 3 matches, but
whatever. It's all the same.
September was the last time I had a positive record.
So this person, I want to be able to go into my LGS and compete in events. And this is where I was talking about like anxiety. It's a real thing for people. Like,
100%.
When the first time you go to an FNM, like nobody wants to look stupid. Like, but this is like one of the best things that Magic has taught me is humility. It's okay to be wrong.
Yes. That is
100%.
Humility is the best trait you can have.
It is huge.
It is the absolute best trait you as a person can have is humility. To be able to laugh at yourself is the greatest thing that you can be able to do.
Being okay with just going like, I don't know how this works. Can somebody help me? Rather than just being like, I know how this works. I do it at my kitchen table all the time. It's like, it's not great. Like you don't want to be that guy and then, get your lunch eaten.
Also, is a nice follow up to what we were just talking about. Like be nice, like show love, spread love, Grizz. But
also like FNM's been going on for so many years, man, and I've seen so much crazy stuff at FNM. I don't think anyone could really say or do anything that would make me like.
Didn't JB go to FNM or someone almost got stabbed?
Maybe. No. For the most part, like FNM to me is just like second nature. I'm comfortable in that realm, but I could tell you the first like few months I was going, I was just like so nervous. Like I don't want to look stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. I definitely don't know what my opponent's doing. When they say something, just pretend like you know what they're doing and just pick up your cards and
The game is also very like attractive to elitists, and that is a big issue in the community.
I wouldn't call it an issue, but it's definitely like if you want to be an elitist person, you go to a realm that allows and promotes it, which is RCQs and stuff like that. At an FNM level, that's not your opportunity to be
where you learn to play Magic.
Yeah, and also like cultivate a good
Friday night
community.
You're supposed to have fun.
Yeah. All right. Get my cube group back together and run more frequently.
That's my goal.
It's a big one.
Back together, but I just want to run it more frequently and get all the special cool arts.
I pulled one just for you, Josh. It's coming later.
Heck yeah.
I'll carve out the time to play Legacy once a month. This is a person I had no idea who it is. This is a different area that they are looking to play Legacy once a month at FNM, which is awesome that people are, I think Ali said before on the show, where it's like, cultivate your own communities. Just do what you're going to do. Like, we don't need Wizards approval to do anything. Just do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like we were just talking about in the podcast. Like we got together one day after a tournament and we're like, hey, let's do a podcast.
Yep.
And look at the community. Look at the community that we built with you guys.
Yeah.
Just like
consistency. Yeah.
just do it. It's the new year.
We've had a few people ask us like through our like messages, like how to do like a podcast or how to get better. It's like, I don't have advice for you. Just do it. And or like the biggest pet peeve I have
Learn as you go.
is like
Be
people
consistent.
are like, pay me on my Patreon and then I'll make the content. It's like, no. You make the content first. Always. Always. You don't wait for people to pay you to then make content. It's like, if you're not doing this as like a labor of love, this will never last.
Nope.
We're not making money. We're spending money.
All right, to build Mono Blue High Tide and Legacy. That one brought me back. I was hoping that JB would be on so I could talk to him about that.
Bandless
This
person.
is fun. I know who this is. Or hang on, do I not? Hang on, this is to build that. I know
build.
someone who has this to build, but so I
Yep,
highly
and I
recommend
can't stand playing
because it's
against
so
him.
much fun to watch play. It's fun watching.
It is such a high
I would
risk
never.
deck.
I would
The
never want to play that deck, and I would never want to play against that deck. But I'll admit, like standing up, watching someone play against that deck is very entertaining.
I always keep storm count for my opponent when they play it.
Yeah.
Because I'm always playing Burn and Legacy, and it's always terrifying because you're holding on to one Red Elemental Blast, and you're hoping to God that their final like combo they only have, or they don't have an. Yeah, they don't have a counter. So I'm just sitting there holding up my hands like, all right, you're up to like 15 storm count. You know, you're milling 3 cards per brain freeze, right?
Yeah. That's funny.
It's like watching someone play solitaire.
Someone's like, done. Uninstalled MTG Arena. Like, I already got my goal. Which, again,
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Make him a top man, please. Facebook.
the Facebook determines that. I don't know how they use that metric. I think it's just people that visit our pages the most, to be honest.
This guy's a real paper player.
Yeah, he is. I
I
want to be
good
good at
at drafting.
It's a hard skill. The only way to do it is to do it. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
You can watch all the videos in the
You gotta
world.
be a paper player to be good at drafting.
Yeah. if you don't do it, you're not gonna get good at it. That's all I can
That's
really
also
say.
that's not also entirely the truth because arena is very valuable. for
Yeah,
that.
the arena has a great.
Arena is kind of stifling though, because if you play a lot on Arena and go in person, it's different environment because your cards aren't in front of you.
You don't get the.
also
You can
very
try to
expensive.
self build, but I've also seen people. Again, Arena has made people that are primarily Arena players that don't play, best 2 out of 3. Have an inability to sideboard, and that I've seen that, like in Magic, because
Yeah,
so many people are like,
everyone-
I don't know how to sideboard. It's like, ugh, this is tough.
No one knows how to sideboard. Let me tell you the truth. No one.
Yeah.
knows how to sideboard. And
It's not easy.
Everyone before any tournament is looking at their sideboard like, crap. I need to put something else in here. What can I cut?
Yeah.
Every single Magic player is looking at their sideboard when they walk into a tournament. And they're fidgeting with it until the absolute last.
It's
minute.
honestly like the easiest is like, this is for graveyard decks, for Leyline of the Void. This is for creature decks, for Path to Exile. Like, just like when it's like simple like that, but it's never like that. You're always like, oh, this card's so much value, I gotta squeeze it in, and then it's always like, I never brought it in, and when I brought it in, it felt terrible.
My best sideboard advice is and always will be, if you know your meta, hate your meta.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
Just play play the hate for whatever's in your meta, and that's what you want your sideboard. That's what your sideboard is meant for,
Yep.
for what you're playing around. But my go-to is like have some graveyard hate, have some artifact hate, have some blue hate,
Yep.
and then some kind of catch-alls.
Yeah, against, if you're playing control, like against creature decks, maybe I need a couple more wraths, whatever you want to call it. Just things that you're weak against, and then don't try to board them for the matchups that are impossible.
Yeah, Wrath is a good one to have in the sideboard.
Yeah, in those cases, but one of the things people do is like, I can never beat this deck ever, and so they like put 12 cards on their sideboard for it, and then they still can't beat
Terrible
it. It's
idea.
like, ugh. This other
Doesn't
one,
matter.
Time to just If you can't beat them, join them. That was me with like, what was that card? Abrupt Decay. You remember when that card came out?
Yeah, that card was the bee's knees. It was just like, oh, you're
I
playing
tried
over?
so
Bah,
hard. I
bah,
tried
bah.
so hard to like beat that card, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play this card.
Or you just play Karn and then you don't have a sideboard. You just have 15 extra cards in your deck.
Dude, I
Wow,
will
you
say I
fucked up
love
your
playing
eyes for the first time.
my teamer deck that plays Karn. I love that I only have 3 Veil of Summers that I ever bring in. Ever. Like, that's it. It's like easy swap, done. Don't have to think about it. Everything else is a wish board. Convince everyone to only support your local LGS and secondary market. There's a little bit of response in there that people are. Some people's goals, it was like, so, this is, a lot of it was actually positive, but some people were like,
It's kind of toxic.
it's a little toxic in the sense of like, don't support Wizards. But there were some people that were like, I'm quitting Magic.
And,
I'm
like,
selling my
convince
collection.
Everyone. That's
Yeah.
also like.
Yeah.
Kinda.
But I was entertained by like, oh yeah, I'm quitting Magic. I'm selling out because I can't handle what Watchy's doing. It's like, just, I don't know how else to say it. Grow up.
You don't
Yeah,
have
we
to
did-
buy
we
every
did-
product.
We didn't need that comment.
Yeah.
But
I am in support of supporting your local LGS, and I'm a
Oh,
big- yeah.
agreed. But
that's
I
the only
mean-
way to be a paper player, right?
Yeah, you got it, bud. I'm going to teach my partner how to play.
That's a good one.
It was
Dude,
pretty sweet.
I refuse.
I had like a recent experience. I know I had a recent experience with that, and I felt so weird. And I was like,
Nope.
"This feels weird. I've never done this before," and like, I don't know.
My wife
I
is
also-
not a gamer. That's not who she is, and I've tried so many times, and she's just like, I don't care. Like, I hate this. I'm like, yeah, all right, you don't like rules, that's fine.
Problem is, it's a lot of reading.
My problem is I don't know how to stifle my play style. So like trying to teach someone who like is sitting here like I want to use prized unicorn, like no, this card is bad, this is why. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it. All right, well, I'm gonna kill you by turn 3. So
Yeah, I built 2 like precons, like a 40 card precons that we could play.
I've done
basically,
that.
like those intro decks, and it's just like I am so bored out of my mind, and you forget that like tapping mana. What's mana? It's like, oh yeah, you don't know you don't have a basic understanding of like what resource systems are because she doesn't play any board games.
I
Kinda
would
what
just
was
tell
gonna
them
go
to
at.
start with
I think-
arena.
Right. I think nowadays it's like the game is so complex now, and that every
Streamlined.
card has like a textbook on it, and like I think it's a very like a hard hill to climb to have a person try to teach it to you, because you're gonna be like, your interest is gonna be like on reading this card while this person's talking to you,
Yeah,
and you're trying to do 2 things at once, and it's like it's hard to like do.
Yeah.
And like effectively, and like the best way to learn this game now is with the online card.
Well, they'll
because
just
it's
walk you
it
through it.
Literally walk you through it.
they make scenarios for you. They're like, do this,
Mhm.
use this here, and you're like, oh, I understand that. It's just, I mean, they do it really well.
It's not that I
Agreed.
don't want to teach you the game. It's just this is way better.
This one,
I am the pro tour.
get on the pro tour. This is like a dream I've always had. I've never
Same.
So,
succeeded.
that is the dream.
I still have like inklings in my head. Like, I'm gonna go
Isn't
for a 1 year.
No, Antonio's not on the pro tour, but he can be.
Yeah, you can.
Technically, yes.
He can
If
make
he
it.
gets on it, I'm gonna like.
Oh, dude, I'm
gonna cry.
I used to.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I used to be very envious of like when people I knew succeeded, and it was like a
I
very
don't know.
toxic
Glow
thing.
up, baby.
No, I know. I used to be very like why is that person making it? They don't deserve. It's just it was a toxic me. Now it's just like, dude, I'm so happy that you made it. Like, hell yeah. Like, tell me your results. Keep me updated.
If Antonio makes the pro tour, I'm gonna eat. What was that black blue thought eraser?
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, a foil. It has to
Antonio-
be foil.
if
It's
Antonio
got to be
makes the
foil.
Pro tour, I'll eat a thought eraser.
You heard it here first, guys. To play my first game, only got into MTG a few weeks back. So this is like somebody that's like
Oh,
brand new.
nice.
It's interesting that you got into the game and weren't able to play a game, but again, you might have just bought like a precon and been like, I mean, if you bought a precon, you've probably been studying for 3 weeks.
Or
What the
maybe
hell
they
you
mean
guys-
against, actually,
Oh,
against
yeah,
someone
sure.
instead of Sparky. Like,
yeah, for sure.
because Sparky be.
But it's nice to see that people are still flocking into the game. To not buy one respect. Well, I already failed that one.
Hang on, that's like a admirable goal.
What, to play your first game? or
No,
not
to
buy.
not buy one pack.
It is. I already broke that pack. That's already been done.
Right.
I
That's
blew
an
it.
admirable goal because like the ultimate reality is buying packs. The only reason to buy packs is to draft or play sealed or is to play
Disagree.
with them.
Nah, I use it to
I
scratch that
love being
itch.
a little. Yep, I love being a
Right.
little
No,
kid, bro.
then
It
you're
feels
admitting you
so
have a
good.
problem. Then you're admitting you have a problem.
I do. I
It's
just
only a problem if it's controlling me. It's not.
Sure,
Probably-
right. That's true. That's true. But it is like it is like
It's
a
an
sin.
addiction. I'll give you that.
Right. It's an addiction.
the problem is scratch. Like, so it's fair you can say that, but what it is to me is scratching the nostalgia. I as kids we all opened up Pokemon packs. and
Hell
we're
yeah.
Like, oh my god, I got Hitmonchan foil. Oh, like whatever your
feels
favorite
so
card.
good.
For me, it was Zapdos. When I opened up a Zapdos, I was ecstatic, and I remember ruining that Zapdos by going on the playground, and we're just gonna mix up all our cards and putting the cards down face down and
On the
scrambling
asphalt.
and then turning it over, and my foil Zapdos was all scratched up, and I cried. I was so sad.
Oh no.
That was like, the picture, and then I took it to my brother. He's like, "What did you do to our Zapdos?" I was like, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry."
That's too funny.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
pretty sure I had like the same experience with like something in my pocket or whatever, and it came out all like scratched.
Yeah. All right. Again, Brave going to my LGS and having some games. Again,
Admirable goal.
it is. It's like we talked about it. It's
I believe
anxiety.
in you. You can do it, and you will
Yeah.
have a great time.
Finished
Magic is about the gathering.
a new 32 deck challenge. Have you guys?
What
You
is-
guys know
what
what
is
this
that?
is?
No.
It's every color combination of EDH. So 5 monocolor decks, a mono brown, a 5 color deck.
Okay. No, I know
10
what this
Rakdos.
is.
Or
Is
10
this you? It says moderator.
No, it's not me. This is like it was a new 32 decks. There's an additional 32 deck challenge. He's already got one set. He's going for round 2.
Jesus.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fun.
It's
I
definitely
mean,
a way to like find uses for the cards that you'll never use.
I hope you have a play group to use those decks with them.
Oh,
But,
for sure.
You just bring the box with all 32 decks, man, and you can have everyone in the store play
Right.
EDH.
But that's been a thing. Me and
have a gauntlet challenge. That would be cool. to
me and
run.
me and Damien talked about doing that, and it was like one person can only. Even Damien was like, I can only own so many foil mana crypts because he just refuses to build a deck that's not foil. I just laughed.
God.
This one's for you, Jess. Get to play my cube at least twice.
I did more than 2 last year.
I think you did. I don't know. Either way,
I think we only
Alex
did it twice
is going
last
to be
year.
in town soon, so I'm gonna try and get one here.
all right. Try different formats instead of Commander. I like that. See that people are like. So there is still a love for Commander, but some of the feedback was, I just want to get out of Commander, and I think people are getting fatigued because of the CDH problem.
And like all the product.
I think now is now is a very good turning point for people
Yeah.
and for especially this comment. I think that now with the Pro Tours like being the first
Yep.
first tournament circuit, first season if you will,
Yeah.
has came in past, and there was a lot of there's a lot of negative experience, but there's a lot of positive feedback, and there's there is that hope that it'll be improved this next couple times around.
Yep.
And it is picking up, and I have, in addition to this comment, I have a few friends who have said that they want to play more 60 card formats.
Yeah.
I also have I've also heard other people, or I also have another. He's not a friend, but he's like a person
Someone
I
you know.
talk
Yeah.
to,
Yep.
who also said the same thing, is that he wants to play more 60 card instead of Commander.
I mean, I will say this: Commander is like a board game, and if you enjoy board games, Commander is going to be like your home. But from a competitive standpoint, and I'm sure you guys have played CDH, it doesn't. How do I say this?
It's not fun.
It is for a moment, and then you
It is
get
if you're
bored.
winning. Otherwise, it's absolutely terrible
Well,
because
you
you're
lose a lot.
sitting there
Yeah, you lose a lot.
and you just know you can't do
Fun once a
anything.
week.
Yeah,
It's fun once a week.
yeah. It's something that I would like. I have a CDH deck. It's cute to play. I like playing it once every couple of months because I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then really when I go there, my intentions aren't actually to win. It's just to dick around. Whereas like,
My CEDH deck, it's to put a bunch of lands in my graveyard, say
Yeah.
draw card, discard. No, the reason I play Gitrog Monster isn't to win; is to get to the combo and get to the combo and let them think that they can win.
I've definitely
Because-
seen you do that, and I go, play it out for me. and I think I could stop you. I go, ah, damn it,
No,
I
you
can't.
You can't.
I go, ah, damn it.
See, Josh thought that once when we played at my old place.
There was one guy that got
And
me.
he went to go what is it, the black XX or black
Exsanguinate?
X, and he did it, and I what was it? I
Reverberate it.
copied it
That's
so
what
mine
it
went
was.
off first and I killed him.
Jeff got me with the reverberate, and
Yeah.
then there was another guy, and it was I can tell you exactly the exact thing that happened. Is he went first and I was second. So
Sounds like every
on
format.
Mm-hmm.
his turn two, or so on my turn two, I go off, and he had like a some mana rock or whatever. He had a turn one soul ring.
Mm.
So on my turn two, I combo, and when I have like I combo or whatever, and I find my exsanguinate or whatever, like 3 cards from the bottom of my library, and I just go exsanguinate, and he goes, and he started the game with a ley line of anticipation, which I like just completely ignored, and
And he's
then
like,
he
oh,
goes
right back at you.
Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune.
YOLOs. That's so funny.
Oh my god, it was so stupid. And like I had the Eldrazi trigger on the stack or whatever for whatever reason. I don't
Yeah.
remember what
Either way, you just
happened.
died.
He got me with the I didn't have the Eldrazi or something, like it wasn't in my hand.
Yeah, somewhere else. Maybe on the field. You idiot. You
Right.
casted it, you
Sound
moron.
familiar, Tony?
But it
Yeah,
was just
I
it got
remember.
me with a Wheel of Fortune, and I thought that was a good gun.
Nothing feels worse than
But-
bringing in an Emrakul into your deck and it just sits in your damn hand against Miller. You're,
Oh,
you're
it
like,
was
God
so
damn
great.
it. Come on.
Just milling Tony out. Oh, I felt good.
I try to keep the best poker face. I'm just like, you're like, where is it? I'm like, I don't know, man. And just
Well, I was trying to do math with like Tasha. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like, is this far enough in his deck that if I cast this Tasha, it's gonna exile the Emrakul? And then he got down to like 14 cards, and I Tasha'd him, and he's like counting, and I'm like, oh, is he gonna hit it? And then he was like, yep, you got me, and I was like, you son of a.
I was like, yeah, it was in my hand the whole time. Just try to poker face it. All right.
And you got he was close too. You got to like 9 mana, so you were almost able to cast it.
Yeah, I was almost there. Become a judge. I love real intricacies and stuff, and I'm kind of a nerd like that, and I miss running tournaments like I did in the past. Dude, we need more judges. That's all I can say.
Hell yeah.
Get in that judge program.
Secret, you just have to you just pay a fee, and look at that, you're a judge.
No, I think he's actually
yeah,
interested.
more
In,
you-
like, I think he's actually interested in like running like as an L1,
Right,
which is sweet.
right.
Is it that
Right.
easy?
Well, that's like
No,
it's
it's
that
not that
well,
easy.
hang on. It's that easy to join and get started. Is what
As
I
a
was
level 0, yes.
thinking. Right, and then like but that first step is really all it takes if you're really this adamant about, right? If you're this adamant
'cause-
about it's not as a gate kept as it used to be.
No, it used to be kind of like a club, to be honest.
Yeah,
Right.
because to be an
Now
L1,
it's-
you take one test, you get your L1, and I do believe to become an L2, you actually have to judge like 2 sanctioned events, and then you also have to have an L1 or L2, I think, watch you judge an event.
It's like a sponsorship program.
Yeah, something like that, and they have to, and then there's like they'll have a test at like it'd be an RCQ or a regional championship now instead of like the Pro Tour and SCG, but.
I've definitely taken
Once
the
you
judge
hit
test.
L2 is when it's really good because that's when you get all the promos and stuff.
That's
for
what most
free.
people. That's what most people do it for. I've taken the judge test just to judge, and then you realize like, oh, you actually don't know how magic works because there is a lot of stuff. Oh, let me rephrase that. Anytime it's 2-headed giant questions, I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
How this works. But
Well, also,
Giant.
what's the old like? I remember people used to use the test question. It was always like humility was something else.
Yeah.
Like what happens, and I
humility,
remember.
opalescence.
Humility and opalescence.
Yeah.
the classic. That's why everybody was like, you tell me what happens, and if you've never seen their interaction, you're just like, well, wait, and he goes,
Just
well,
Because
remember-
opalescence makes enchantments creatures, right?
It's
Yeah, and then
once you learn what layers are,
Yeah.
then it all makes sense. But
Yep.
then it's just a memorization thing
for
of
sure.
like 1 through 7 of where what takes priority. But
Yeah, there might be
and
some.
I don't know what levels are which. I just know that there's 7 layers and it works from ground up.
Yep,
Whoever
yep.
one on top has the prize priority.
Yeah,
but
yep.
yeah.
I've always wanted to try to become a judge, but I can't separate the player in me. Like I want to play.
Nope.
I just
Right.
rather be
I
playing.
wouldn't want to judge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. As
Thank
much
you,
as I like watching games.
Thanks to all the people that do judge. You're fantastic, and I love that
Right.
you exist because you
Yeah,
actually
cool.
perpetually make the game like work. Be
The
number
only
one
way
on
I
a
would-
pre-release.
Cool, dude.
That's-
That's more like lucky than it is anything.
it really is. It's not as easy as you think it is.
You're right. It's once that one time when you open like
You only get 5.
Frost Titan, Sun Titan, and Gideon Jura,
Yeah.
that one time it happens, like you're gonna win that free release.
You only get to do pre-releases 4 to 6 times a year, and then in those pre-releases, like you might do multiple. But again, it's not like FNM where it's every week. It's there's only so many pre-releases a year. All right. This one not to be not to be toxic and tear apart my Sen triplets deck that I love shutting down people with. And then I said that's a great goal. And then I went into I was pretty toxic like in my PTQ grinder days because I thought that's what you needed to be a pro, which was just not right. But I'm very civil with my opponent across me, and I try to be as nice as possible. But the car ride home, who's ever in that car ride with me will hear all my rants. You'll get stuck with me. I'm like,
I think like the toxicity in like a 60 card form or like environment and the toxicity in an EDH environment are like completely different.
that is
I
true.
think like with the Sen triplets deck in particular, it's kind of like a read the room kind of thing.
Yeah. Are you guys okay with
Like,
me
no,
playing your deck?
Your
That's
friends
also-
don't want to do that when you're playing EDH with them.
Yeah.
Right? Your friends don't want that. But
That's
if you're,
also
like,
Go ahead.
there's no reason to tear apart your Sen triplets deck that you love shutting people down with if you're gonna go to FNM and bully some people with. Like no one like that's that if you're going to be toxic, that's the way to do it. You can go bully people at FNM with your Sen triplets deck.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like that's fine, and like they have to deal with it, but like be humble about it. But
Right.
read the room. Don't take your Sen triplets deck to your friends because you're gonna lose friends that way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well-
Those say, we're not playing with that deck. Pick something else.
EDH
Right.
is just a lot easier to be toxic in because 60 card format has actual penalties for being toxic. Like
Right.
EDH doesn't.
You
You
still-
go to a tournament and you flip your opponent off, you can be disqualified or banned from like MTG for like a couple months. You do that at an EDH table, like they're gonna be like, okay, we just want to play with you, and you just go on to the next group and be toxic again.
you still see like glimmers of like, hey, why are you acting like this at FNM? Like it's like, and then all you ever like,
Agreed.
all I ever want to say is like, I don't want to interject in the match because I'm not there to like tell White Knight whatever it is, but I can tell you this: if that interaction were to happen to me, I with my job, I manage 90 employees. I deal with confrontation a lot, and it's more of a get to the root cause. Like, why are you doing this? Like, I explain to me why you're getting angry at me. We both have a common goal, and I beat you, and I'm sorry that I did that. But you have to explain to me why your winningness supersedes mine.
The number one question people hate is why are you so defensive? That shuts down everyone.
I'm just. I'm not
Why
trying
you
to be-
mad, bro?
Yeah, but then
People
there's just
hate
people
be-
that
People
I just
hate
like.
being asked that question.
Yeah, it's
It's
like,
like a good way to like deal with that kind of
like,
toxicity.
hey, like, why do you get to earn the win more than I do? We're here to do the same thing.
right.
This is one that made me laugh. Beat the guy who runs nothing but CDH decks at my LGS. I love this guy. Just every week,
Admirable goal, dude.
dude, I'm gonna take you down.
But
play
this
Brotherhood
goes
Zen.
back to what we were saying earlier. Like it takes one guy at the CEH table to like. There's no way that or like. Hang on, I shouldn't say no way. I shouldn't say no way.
Yeah,
But it's going to be a hard hill for this guy to climb to beat those CEDH decks if he's not.
it's gonna be a minute.
Yet.
When the guy thoracles you and you're like, I'm not running blue, it's like, dude, you're gonna have to run something because you're gonna keep losing to this if you
Right.
can't interact with the stack. So
But yeah. If
That's
it's
it,
just
man.
one guy at your CEDH playing, or one guy at your LGS that's playing a CEDH deck and he's being the bully, that's when you show up with the Center Triplets deck. And you
yeah,
take
that's
that
you.
guy's
Okay,
you play that guy's cards, and he's not gonna want to play with you anymore.
I always revert to like it's like Smash Bro terminology where it's like, yo man, like we're just playing for fun, and then you're all serious and like, all right, let me bring out my main and beat you down with it, or any
Right.
kind of like that's like a fighting game thing. But all right, let's see if we get any callers this week. But that's pretty much it for the show, man. If you guys want, you can look through all those. It every day grows and grows. And like, I can't believe this is
Keep adding to it. Keep adding to it. It's a good thing to have goals.
I've
Dude,
been
it really
reading them
is.
at work.
And it doesn't have to
Go ahead.
There's different goals for everybody.
be that.
Oh no, Josh died. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Well, what I was saying is I've been reading them because tomorrow's my last day at my current job. So when I work, I just sit in the office and read all the comments.
Josh, you're back, baby.
Yeah, no, my discard lasted very long that time. Almost made it to the whole cast.
Why does your Discord kick you like that?
I think it's his
It was
laptop.
my computer RAM crashes or whatever.
Yeah, it's running video, watching video, all that. I think it's just your
On
computer might
two
be a little
different
old.
screens, and it's like a 4-year-old laptop at this point. But
Yeah. You were saying something, Josh.
it's
I
still
missed
pretty
it.
good.
About goals.
Not
Having
a good,
goals.
or it's a good habit to have small goals. It's a good habit to continuously have goals. Add to that post all year long. It doesn't have to happen, now.
Yeah.
Just keep at it. Dude, keep it going all year. It's a good, healthy thing to have.
Yeah.
Goals.
I don't know, it was actually like fun talking to people. There are some ones that were some like I don't want to say it in the cast. We'll say it after, and I'll talk to you guys about it after. But it was just like, oh, that breaks my heart, kind of thing, because it's just small stuff. You're like, ah, dude, that sucks. Sorry you had such a crappy year.
Right.
Do we have any live callers? Not this week, but all right, Josh, hit us with a hot take. Number
you
2.
remember like a month or so ago when my hot take was, or when the Packers were 4-8, and my hot take that
Dude.
was that the Packers were gonna make the playoffs.
I
You guys
love it.
call me crazy.
It's
You
not
guys all call me
guaranteed
crazy.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
bro.
I did call you crazy, and I will say this: I begrudgingly watched every game, and the fact that they're on this streak, I'm just like, I mean, I'll be honest, like I love the
Yeah.
Packers, but I definitely was like, yeah, they're out, and now it's like, oh man, I'm all in. Which I'm a bandwagoner in that sense, but I was gonna watch them even if they
They
were
haven't-
4-12. I didn't care. I watch them every
Here's-
week.
Have they
Wanna hear a
secured it
story?
yet?
They have to beat the Lions.
We're gonna beat the Lions. That's the hot take. We're gonna win the Super Bowl.
It's almost
We're gonna
like-
win the Super Bowl.
Doesn't it almost seem like it's built that like this is me just saying like is it rigged and so forth, because it's like it's the
rigged.
best storyline that they kind of all came together, and it's like all right, like this team is down and out, and same was kind of with Brady was having a crap year.
Same with the 2010 year too. We were
Oh,
like
we-
bad that
We're
year
in the
too.
after show, right?
Yeah, now we are after show's ended.
Hang on,
Fuck
I haven't finished the
Brady.
story yet.
You can go.
Uh,
I got Lord Prophet in here. We're gonna bring him in.
Hang on. What was it? We were 4-8, but hang on. You were saying that you've been watching every game, and now they're on this winning streak, and you're like, yeah, I'm a bandwagoner. And I was going to say that, I have never lost faith in the Packers, but
I
I'll
did this
admit,
year.
I'll admit, like, I watched the first game of the season because I was home, and then like I was on vacation every week for like a good 2 months straight, so I didn't watch like any Packer games
Yeah.
during that like losing streak. I watched none of the. I have every Packer game I've watched this year. They've won.
All right. We got Lord. We actually do have a caller. I'm gonna bring him in now for the after show. I'm bringing in.
I
Lord
still
Prophet.
love my team, man, no matter how bad they are.
Yeah, it's a
Man.
tough year. You guys have a chance.
We have a quarterback. We just need a rest of our team.
Lord Prophet. How you doing?
How long before?
Hey,
Jordan
how's it
was
going?
the
Yo.
first quarterback? This guy's a Steelers fan. Oh boy.
That's all right, dude.
It's
How are you?
very-
Good man. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Hey man. Where are you from? Is it Pittsburgh?
I'm from Texas, actually.
Oh, okay. Nice, dude. How'd you hear about the cast?
I think I found it through Spotify, but it might have been through one of the Facebook posts that you come through.
Oh, nice, man. That's great.
believe that it was Spotify, and that makes me absolutely happy.
That rules, dude. So usually I forgot to do it this week, but I wanted to set up some questions for people for live queue. And I guess number one,
Hey, what's your favorite match card?
perfect.
Favorite magic card is probably a tie between Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge. I'm a bit of a salt
Oh,
miner
yeah.
in my daily life.
Ensnaring
Although
Bridges.
that,
Is, how much do you hate Prismatic Ending because of it ruining things like Ensnaring Bridge?
Not prismatic ending as much. I hate Passaggio.
That one did ruin your day. It did take it did kind of
Prismatic Ending I can at least take with an Inquisition of Kozilek or something, but Seiju can't.
So I guess what's the card that you hate the most? Is it Beseiju?
Currently Beseiju, but after playing against Mono Green Tron on MTGO for the past hour and a half, it's probably still Karn Liberated.
Yeah.
I presume you're also a big Chalice of the Void player too, huh?
Chalice, I play it in my Ponto sideboard, and that's about it.
Or historically, maybe.
Are you a big 60 card player? Or, I'm assuming. Sounds like you prefer the
Mostly 60 card, a lot of modern. I tinker with Legacy a little bit.
Oh, nice, man.
But I still play a lot of Commander.
Do you delve into the CDH pods, or do you guys have like a place you go to, or do you do like a CDH or what?
I go play when I get the chance. I have my kid every other weekend, so
Oh,
I
sure.
really only get maybe one FNM a month.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it usually comes down to whatever the store is playing that night, if it's all Commander players or if it's modern.
Yeah. With your scene, do you guys have from where you're in Texas? Do you guys have multiple stores around, or is it just like one primary store?
I'm close to. I'm near Fort Worth, so near Dallas. So there's probably about a dozen stores within about 20 miles of me.
Oh, dude, that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And then I'm assuming, obviously, one is going to be your favorite out of them all. You don't have to announce it here, but do you travel to the other stores and kind of just see like what other meta games are going on, or is it just the primary the one?
Pretty much just the one because it's closer to home and it's close to my office because I don't get off till close to FNM time.
Got it.
If I'm going to other stores, it's usually because I'm judging an event.
Oh, nice, man. How long you been a judge for?
So I got certified in late 2019.
Nice.
Judged mostly FNMs until COVID hit.
Oh.
And then I let it lapse because of everything going on in my personal life.
Sure.
And then got it back in September of last year. But a judge friend of mine needed a second for a RCQ.
Oh, nice, man. So,
Congrats.
do you get those judge promos? How do those, if you do get them, how do they get shipped to you?
So judge promos are mostly from conferences now.
Yep.
They used to give them every quarter, but when they revamped how the judge program fees and such worked,
Yeah.
it went to those conferences. So usually you get them in person for the in-person conferences, but they're also doing online conferences. The organizer will ship the promos to you.
Nice, man. Do you plan on making any runs at like an RCQ or trying to get to the top of the mountain is what we call it?
I did back in the day. I started playing competitive right after Dragons of Tarkir came out.
Great set.
And grinded a lot back then. But with my limited time and my limited funds, it's not really that feasible for me.
Sure. Do you have a favorite standard deck of all time?
Favorite standard deck of all time. You want a tier favorite deck or
Whichever
a
one.
janky brew?
Even if it's a janky brew, like give me the era that you played it in, and then like what was in the deck.
So back around, I want to say it was right before Battle for Zendikar came out. So when Heroes and Dragons and Origins were all in standard.
Yep.
I had a red-green goblins list that I was running. So ran goblins, dragon fodder, whirling outburst, with the Tarkus command. And then, so I had the green for the Tarkus command and some stuff in the sideboard. And then I also ran for the late game because back then I was really bad at building decks.
We all were, brother.
I ran the Sensor Dragons.
Yeah.
It's a super obscure mythic from Dragons of Tarkir. Make a bunch of goblin tokens and then turn them all into dragons.
Oh yeah. What was that card? I forget. What was it called again?
I remember what card that was.
Sense of the Dragons.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I remember
Like a
the
6-drop mythic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah, I opened plenty of those.
What's your current commander that you like to bring out to beat people up with?
So I have two. One's still in progress. It's my favorite is it's an not Arcades. Most it's actually a chaos list. I'm running all those things like Thieves Auction and Scrambleverse
Sure. So
uh, to screw with
I had that
everything.
deck once,
Uh,
and like
People
it's
hate it because to get
Yeah.
to the point where I can actually cast those spells, I have to slow the game down,
yeah.
which means stacks effects.
the issue I had with that deck is like it is like fun a couple times and some like when you do get the pod that like enjoys it, then you do have a good time, but the issue like that happens regardless of the pod is that those games end up lasting a long time.
Well, you have to be
It
okay with
can,
dealing with the thieves auction. That's the one that takes the longest because it goes, if he's gonna take that, then I'm gonna take this, and then you're gonna take that, and that's the scramble versus at least it's like let's just roll dice on this and it will be quick, you know.
I think the
But then
most
it still
fun was when
takes
I had a
forever.
hive mind out because I run hive mind with the packs.
So you do,
And,
you're like,
See, that's a good way to end the game. As long as you have that like button to like get the game over with, that's a good way to go about it.
well, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say,
got plenty of buttons in there,
Yeah.
but I had the hive mind out and I cast the Thieves Auction.
and you're like, we're gonna do this twice.
How is that? So we're wow.
Well,
We have 4 times.
there was the
We
first time
ended up just skipping the second one because we were gonna pick the same things anyway.
yeah, of course. You're like, we're just gonna run this back, and the
Um,
turn order's the same.
And then it runs. Actually, my most fun. It's not really a win con so much, but I run Divine Intervention.
Is it the white 3 enchantment?
Everything's a 4/4.
I think it's a white 6.
I'm thinking of a different one. Then I'm thinking of Divine Invitation. Maybe that's the one that when a token comes into play, it
Epic
makes
one?
it 4/4.
The epic one.
Divine Intervention is from Legends. It's enters with
Oh,
Oh,
two counters on it. I think when you take the last one off, the game ends in a draw.
dude, this is
Yeah.
the list I like building. I've been making a deck that does. It's like if I call it if I can't win, no one can. So it's just a deck built on drawing the game.
I have a deck like that.
But then when I
have that
want to
in
be a
my
little bit more
deck,
serious and not, and make people so angry, I'll play my Kalia list.
Hell yeah. That
though. I like that deck. That deck's fun.
well, it's one of those. It's like, all right, we see what your commander is. We know what you're doing. Just make sure he doesn't get to attack. And then people are like, well, you make sure he doesn't get to attack, and then he gets away with it,
what
and
makes
that's
it
that.
fun. And then if he does get the attack, then you get to see some cool big dragon or something, and it's awesome.
Or like, I guess what's the big? I mean, rune,
Dark
What's the-
dragon.
Runescar Dragon.
Dragon.
That's the goal gets the tutor, sets up the next turn, and then usually based on the board. I think there's that 6 minutes. There's that 6/6 dragon. Is it Hellkite Tyrant, the one from like Ravnica where you get to steal everybody's artifacts? I like that one, and I think if you own 20 or more,
Yeah.
You
game.
win the game.
yeah,
So I had to
Hoarding
jank
dragon.
that one up a little bit just because I like to do stupid things.
yeah.
So I put
way to
the
play
card
that.
Conspiracy in the list.
Conspiracy.
So I get to make
Yep, like,
everything
gets
one creature type.
Creature type, yeah. I play that. In
And it works with, so I run Lathliss. So if I just name dragons,
Yeah,
everything that I play is a dragon, so I get a token.
yeah.
Nice.
And I also run a Blightsteel, so I can call it in a Blightsteel Colossus.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that feels good. That's a good way to do it.
Blightsteel.
Well, I gotta go, guys. It was good talking to you, Tyler. Or Lord
Yeah, good
Prophet,
talking to you.
sorry.
I think. Yeah, I think we never grabbed your name, Lord Prophet. What's your first name?
Tyler.
Oh, okay,
nice.
I did get it right.
Sick.
Well, it's nice talking to you, Tyler. You guys have a
Nice
good
talking to
night.
you. Too.
All right, Charlie, give me So this is a common thing I want to have with callers. Do you have a biggest pet peeve that people do?
So this can be a stupid one, because I can't really think of a big one off the top of my head. There's a couple people at shops I've been to, and this is years ago because I haven't been playing as much Magic lately.
Right.
Mostly younger kids, but they would do the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing where they like put the hands on top of their library and then whip their arm out on the card.
Jeff, I've seen Jeff throw his deck doing that so many times.
And it's like, okay, number one, stop it. You look stupid. And number two, you almost smacked the dude next to you in the face.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all it's that meme culture. Like, hey, look at how funny I look, and then it's like, okay, cool. Yeah.
I guess the other one too for me is people that are overly talkative at the table. Like, I'm good and I'll sit and chat
Yeah.
and have some friendly banter back and forth. But if your mouth never stops running, It's gonna start annoying me.
You're gonna hate me, but buddy, I can't
can
stop.
Get, yeah, I can get like that.
And
But
people
then
who
again,
play
you and I
super
are
fast, like
translate.
Oof.
especially because I'm mainly a lantern player. I'm
Yeah.
still trying to grind that deck. It's
Yeah.
my favorite deck of all time.
I mean,
I've been playing it since right after it won the GP.
yeah.
And so when people are playing super fast, like when I cast a spell, draw these cards, like hang on a second,
Right.
You gotta
I
wait
get a
for
chance to
the prep,
respond. I get to mill something if I don't want you to have it.
That happens a lot, and it's not just that you're playing Lantern. That just happens with people. Like I play very fast, but I think I have a good understanding of the rules. So I go, I'm gonna cast this. Does it go with you? Okay, and then I'm gonna do my next thing, my next action.
right? It's funny when people
See, that's
say
fine. It's like
that.
as long there's a fine line between playing at a good pace and playing like
Well,
stupid fast and not giving your opponent a chance to respond.
Well, all your things have activated abilities. You have Codex Shredder. You have Lantern itself. You have. I'm not. Is there another mill one that you guys still play? What's the?
Pixis of Pandemonium is the one that exiles face down.
Yeah, and then do you guys still play Ghoul Caller's Bell too?
I know we moved from one Pixis, one Ghoul Callers to two Pixis.
Okay, it works.
We want to exile things a lot of the time, especially nowadays with like
Oh,
phenomenal
Murktide.
creativity decks to get rid of the Archons.
Yep. That deck did get a major upgrade. It's just unfortunate that like Urza Saga is so good that it goes in like Amulet and other decks like that. But like when Urza Saga came out, it was such an upgrade for that deck. But unfortunately, some of the
Yeah,
other
I'm
MH2
kind of
cards pushed
disappointed
out.
that the deck is where it is now. Right around the time the Mox Opal ban hit, I had my deck, the Whir version, 100% non-English,
Yep.
was all of it signed. So I'm sitting there, I'm taking this deck to GPs and
Right.
opens and stuff, and you think people get mad when you play Lantern Control. They get really mad when you play Lantern Control and they cannot read your cards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's funny.
our guy
That's
JB
funny.
doesn't know. He
JB
plays all
does that.
Japanese. He plays all Japanese cards, but he actually, I love him. He's a terrible Magic player. He can't read his own cards. Sometimes he'll cast cards like, "What does this do?" I'm like, "Dude,
I
come
make fun
on."
I make fun of him for that. I ask him to read it all the
See,
time.
that's the beauty of it for me is I've been playing Lantern for so long that I know every piece of my deck.
Yeah, of course. You just recite.
read it.
I can tell you what it does if you'd like.
I would ask you to read it in whatever language it's in. And I would call the judge over, and I would have the judge ask you to read it in that language.
So
I've had judges. There was a judge one time at I forget what store it was. One of the stores I used to go to, but it was like once. I'd go maybe once a month, and the judge is like, "Can you please not bring that back? Because I really don't want to have to come over to every match 6 times for an Oracle reading."
Oh my god.
I just brought pawns in instead.
yeah, that's a fun one. It's like, hey, Arbor Elf or Utopia Sprawl, let's go.
That's a Tony deck.
I love that deck.
It's actually really well positioned. The reason I really don't play it as much anymore is because a lot of the people that play the deck now have transitioned into more of a green-red mid-range.
Yep.
So they're only running like 2 Blood Moons, none of the land destruction spells anymore.
Yeah, they've kind of gone away from that. It's more of like I think now they play like Glorybringer, which when you see that in Modern, it's always like this card's playable, and then you're like, oh wait, this card is playable.
Yeah, it's kind of playable. I'm still on Stormbreath Dragon.
That's a big one, too.
That card is
Between Leyline Binding and Prismatic Ending and
every time I see
Fairies.
that card's
Just
hit the
dodges
table,
so much of the common
I'm
rule
so
nowadays.
unprepared.
It's like pro white.
Stormbreath Dragon. Every time I'm like, oh my god, I hate this card.
Does that have the text that can't be countered on it?
It has like protection
No,
from white.
it's
can't
just
be
pro
countered.
white.
What's it? I thought there was a dragon
it's
that can't be
a-
countered. I forget which one
It
it was.
says something new every time you read that card.
Yeah. I remember there was another dragon. I thought there was one that couldn't be countered. Maybe I'm thinking of a different card. But I remember like in my head there's like Stormbreath Dragon, Glorybringer, and Thunder Helm or Thundermaw Hellkite. Those are like the 3 dragons that like I see them. I think they do all the same thing, but they're like drastically different in what they do.
It was funny. Back in I think it was September, October. I was actually going to my first F&M since COVID,
Yeah.
and I posted my list in the Ponza Discord. It was still the old seven rain Karmza list from way back in the day, and I'm still running like Inferno Titans in the main deck and Thrun the Last Troll in the main deck. And everybody's like, "Well, this is bad. This deck is not going to win anything in the current meta." I ended up going 3-1, losing in the finals to Mill.
That's like why it's hard to like value like online community feedback like that, especially with because it all comes down to your local meta is really
does.
what's happening. Like it's what are your like the online meta is always going to be like optimized.
Yep.
Everyone you have to assume everyone's playing against the best decks and therefore
Well,
all
especially
the
with
decks
rental
are gonna be the
services, there's
best.
no restrictions on
So
cards.
like when you're going to play at your local
That's the only
place,
reason I'm able to play MTGO now is because of the rental services. Like I built an Esper Word version of Lantern Control on
Yep.
MTGO, and it's bad. It's
it's,
very,
it's,
very bad. Um,
At least get your reps in, and you'll run into the people that have never seen Lantern. If you go against like a well versed modern player that's played for like 5 years and they've know what Lantern's doing, they're pretty good at interacting with you. But if you deal with somebody that has like no clue what you're doing, which people in the last couple of years who've just got into modern probably don't know what Lantern does, you're gonna smoke those people because they just don't know how your deck interacts.
yeah, I've run into a little bit of both on MTGO, and I also play on Untapped.in. So it's a free to play.
that
It's just
resource.
online browser basically,
It's
so you can
free,
play
all
Magic with
free.
people. But everything's manual. There's no rules
Right.
enforcement, but I can play what I want,
Yeah, of
and I can
course.
play on my work computer during my downtime.
Mhm.
That's always nice.
That's why
Like
I
during
use
lunch,
that
or if we just don't
resource.
have anything to work on, I can play Magic.
I don't
And
really. I used
I'll
to
sit
play
there
on
and
it.
play Lantern against people, and they're like, "I don't know what this is." And then I played the current, what's considered the currently best version of Lantern, with the Abzan version
Mm-hmm.
on MCGO the other day, and somebody put in the chat, they said, "This was a pile of cards I hope to never run into again."
Got him.
Yeah, that's the only downside with those
I
free.
get it. People hate playing against Lantern Control.
It's not so much that with those free clients. So one of the things I love about MTGO versus like free clients is people have invested like tickets and their skin in the game, so they have an incentive to play it out. Whereas if you're playing like those free clients and there's no like uh, moderators in there to like
Right.
ban the guy that quits every time, where you just get a bunch of non games. I mean, I used those free ones back in the day when before MTGO like things, and I was playing like my homebrews, and I swear to God, every time I would play against somebody, and as soon as they found out it was a homebrew, they would just quit. And it's like, oh man, I never get to play this.
I feel like it's not as
I
bad
only,
as
I
it
only
used
started
to
really
be.
playing MTGO this past week. I mean, I've played it a little bit here and there for like some Pauper and stuff, but
Sure.
never really played leagues. And I just picked up the rental service this past weekend, so I'm kind of hitting the 2-player queues, and I played the Vintage Cube draft the other day just
Yeah.
to try to build up some play points and get back into leagues.
Yeah, of
I
course.
took the Esper Lantern deck into a league uh, Friday, and I went 5.
That's
Nice.
a
We
bad
all
beat.
quit. It's hard
It
on
was
that.
rough.
Everything
There were
gets hard
definitely
to get.
points where it's like I'm a turn away from winning, and they find they're out. Or round 1 was against Yogg, and he just played the clock as much as he could.
Right. I was gonna say it's like also if you're just learning MTGO, like the clock is very like is your enemy.
It is, but also,
Especially when you're just learning MTGO and you're playing Lantern.
well, I was gonna say with that,
Right.
like, if anything, that deck, the deck you're playing in combination, it's going to make your clock management skills amazing. But it's you just
Once
gotta
you,
have
like,
to put the work in.
Honed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hone it.
'Cause I've had that with when I used to play Splinter Twin online and all that stuff where it's like the guy would make me play through. It's like, okay, it's gonna be 3 minutes worth of clicks, but like I'm still gonna win games. Like I'm gonna either, if we're in game 2 going to game 3, like I'm still going to win game 3, and even though I'll end the game with like 2 minutes on the clock, like please don't make me play this out. Okay, fine, and then I have to like win game 3 with 2 minutes on the clock, and it's like, dude, just scoop it up. If you don't have the answer, can we just move on? And guys just refuse to do that, and it's a pain in the ass. But some people are like, yeah, I want to get to the next game because I want to play Magic, versus like I need to grind these points. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the camp I'm in, is where I'm trying to grind the points. So I actually, earlier tonight, turned in my Urza Saga back to Card Hoarder and grabbed Ponza, and it's been playing okay.
Yeah.
My Ponza list, not the current Ponza
Sure.
list, because I only have a 200 tick allowance, and the current Ponza list needs Ragavans and Furies and Ren and 6.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Which is decent. I'm working on building Scam and Paper. I love the deck. Absolutely
I
love
get
playing that
got by
deck.
that deck.
I love it. I just like the name Rakdos
That's another
Scam.
one that's just insanely intensive on MTGO, so
All right.
You'll hone it though.
I got time for one more question for you, Tyler.
Hang on, wait.
alright.
What is your goal? This is kind of the theme of this episode. What was your goal for 2023?
So I had commented on the Facebook page. I actually want to finish a deck this year. I have a lot of decks that are currently in progress.
Sure.
The Ramos deck that I was talking about, finished Scam, and then I want to judge more events. I don't really have a shop that I judge FNMs at right now because my old shop that I did judge at closed during COVID, and I've judged one RCQ. So I'd like to get out there and start doing more events.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a couple big events coming up here soon. We have the Hunter Burton Memorial event coming up in March. All the proceeds from that one go to suicide awareness.
Oh, nice, man. It's
We're
fantastic.
actually familiar with that event.
Yeah.
And then
It's
SCG
particularly
usually comes to town at
small
some
world.
point. It's just trying to make sure those big events don't coincide with weekends that I have my daughter.
Yeah. You just gotta hopefully win the coin flip right, and not to take anything away from your daughter. It's just, we all love playing Magic, and me being a dad myself, I can commit maybe 7 to 8 weekends, truthfully, to that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I get to play 1, maybe 2 FNMs a month if I'm lucky, but
Same here.
I
want to play
haven't played paper FNM since Brothers War pre-release. So
Oh, well, I mean, that's somewhat recent. It's been a minute.
That's not too far long ago. I
But-
understand that it can feel long though.
Oh yeah. All right, buddy. All right, Tyler. Thanks for hopping on,
Chicken
man.
nuggets or
thank
chicken
you
nuggets
for
or
having me.
chicken tenders.
Yeah, man. You'll be a part of the bonus episode. Hopefully, I don't know how that has been streaming in. I think with Spotify or whatever service I use to upload it, it should be bonus content. But check yourself out on there. All right, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
Yep. Take it easy.
You too.
All right. Cool. All right. That's gonna be a wrap for the show, guys. Thanks for listening, and we are out of here.
Bye.